On this episode,
we spend a night in the desert and get surrounded by wild horses. We pass through ours again, sort out some hiccups and find some alternative fuel. Back in Keetmanshoop, we meet overlanders who drove down the west coast of Africa from France. We get an awesome recruitment opportunity at the Namibian Institute of Mining and Technology, slap a new partner's logo on Betsy's behind, and wander north to a mysterious landmark, Brukkaros Mountain, a collapsed caldera just waiting to be explored out in the middle of nowhere. From camping out under the stars to boondocking at a Mariental truck stop, it all leads to good things and meeting another kind community. Just arrived at the Desert Horse viewing point, I would say about 20 or 30 kilometers from ours. We are gonna sneakily sleep here tonight. Obviously at night time there's nobody here, whereas at the moment there's loads of tourists here. We're not gonna make fire or break anything down or even use the ablution. We are quite happy just spending the night here. I think it's gonna be a beautiful spot, especially with the stars. There's no light pollution around.
Knip vir my los. Ek sien hoe lak hulle die sticker. Check net weer.
Oh, kom maar fight.
Huis is neer. Bonnie.
We are back in Ouse and we stayed here for 2 nights trying to catch up with some household chores, doing the washing and all that. But unfortunately it looks like Yolandi's developed shingles in her face. It's something that she has had before but not in the face, so I reached out to Dr. Audrey back in Keetmanshoop and she said that the quicker we start with treatment the better. Karen and Steve, the owners of the campsite and the garage, organized more than 100 liters of used cooking oil for us, and it's a great thing too because we are all out and Keetmanshoop is still another, I would say, about 200 kilometers. If you're needing a breather from the road, this is the perfect spot. The campsite's so quiet, the town is quiet, there's no crime around. Here's Steve, who organised some of the oil for us. Me and Uncle Steve just on our way to clean house, who's also donated 25 litres of used cooking oil, taking the scenic route. This is pretty impressive. They've got a whole range of parts and stuff here. I was looking for a pipe. Uncle Steve looks like he's got something there. See how that works out. Perfect piece of pipe, just lying in wait. It just shows how things always happen how they're supposed to happen. I would have struggled finding this pipe anywhere else. Chris and Tony Betsy. Got to the doctor, got Yolandi her meds and tucked her into bed. And the storm is starting up here now, which is awesome news for Namibia. It's looking great with the green colors, because we noticed when we went to Lüderitz it was brown and dusty. When we came back, it's changed the whole scenery. We'll probably end up spending more than a week here because Yolandi's got to recover. We've got to do that one last recruitment drive at the university. I'll use the time to get some editing done on the YouTube channel, because some of our subscribers have been sending me messages asking about video uploads because we're like a year behind. Maybe that's the opportune moment to get things done. Dr. Audrey and Dr. Leon Kitsia became our Keetmanshoop heroes when they offered to become the SABMR ambassadors in the area, making it possible for donors to register long after we'd gone. Met those French guys here yesterday at Chris, those oaks there, and they are currently fixing up their Prado, which is standing outside. Actually, both of their Prados, they came all the way through West Africa. These are the guys' Prados. They have seen some action.
Je passe toutes les nuits à marcher dans les rues.
We got Thomas over here with his Prado. He's looking for me for an extra part. They're the ones that need parts, but if I can scavenge one little bolt that I need.
Je passe toutes les nuits de comptoir en comptoir.
French friends are getting busy here with their vehicles. Got some parts, a new diesel tank. The guys in the front there are redoing their turbo. This is the perfect space because they got some shade, electricity, everything you need at Chris's place. So glad to be back here.
Une à une, la tête en l'air, j'entr'aperçois les mouvements de la lune. La nuit est claire et pas à pas.
Put it on top once it's burnt.
Yeah.
And then you make
Yeah.
pizzas.
You should make pizza tomorrow.
We get a lot of ingredients and we put it in small little bowls by the base, and then you make your own pizza, and I just put it in the oven.
Et je parle aux passants comme si je les connaissais. Je leur fais des compliments, les mêmes que je te faisais. Ils me regardent de travers et moi je ris aux éclats. Mais c'est la terre entière qui ne comprendrait pas.
Right, well, Yolandi is busy doing some sewing this morning. She got 2 bags sold yesterday with our French friends. We noticed that there are markets in vintage, so it might be a good opportunity for us to make some sales. Me and Tony Betsy can keep ourselves busy with painting some timber that they needed in the house. Today we are heading to NIMT. That's the Namibian University of Mining and Technology. They've got plus minus 350 students. We're hoping for good results on this one. This is our group of guys today, and they even got us a projector set up here.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We have 2 very unique people here with a very unique mission. Robin and Yolandi, welcome here. Glad that you could join us here.
Thank you so much. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Hopefully you'll be able to make good use of it. You might just be able to save somebody's life one day. We try and spread awareness of stem cell donation, and then hopefully sign people up to the stem cell donor database.
Así palo de lupa.
We got our third group of individuals signing up as potential stem cell donors today. Is going fantastic. We probably got more than 50 people signed up, and it's not even 3 o'clock in the afternoon yet. We're going to come back tomorrow as well to get the rest of the group that we didn't get because they close at 4. But yeah, just amazing how people will step forward to make a difference in somebody else's life. Had an awesome day today at NIMT. Managed to sign up 91 students today. That's a personal record for us in a single day. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. We've got another recruitment drive set up there. Having an awesome time at Chris and Betsy's place. Our spot is safe. We are well supported. They've even filled our grocery cupboards the other day. Also got a bunch of used cooking oil in one of the sheds behind me. 117 for NIMT. That's a new personal record for a single recruitment drive. Chris and Betsy Delport took a big step and became one of our official partners and have been on board Betsy ever since. Cheerio, Uncle. Today we're on our way to a pretty exciting place, something totally out of the ordinary. Brukkaros Crater, or Caldera actually. Another 60 kilometers that way. That's the actual caldera there, so the mountain ridge. We are going to wild camp there for the night. There used to be a campsite, but it was abandoned unfortunately, but it'll make a good spot for us to wild camp, and we got everything we need. These roads are super smooth and in good condition. So this goes to the waterfall, but that's mud over there, and since our mission is to get to Brukkaros, maybe it's going to be best to give the mud a skip. Truck is 10.5 tons. From here is pretty deep rut, very rocky. So we've come pretty far. We've got the lower camp right down there, and the upper camp, I take it, is just above this hill here. This is what seems to be on Tracks for Africa's map as the entrance gate. It does look like there's a suitable camp spot here that we can stay for the night. We reckon this is going to be a good spot because the ruts really get deep and I don't know what's ahead there, and we're not too far to walk up in the morning hours. It's a long rope. It's a pretty cool shower with a nice view. We had a wonderful sleep last night, woke up with a beautiful sunrise over the valley, and we're gonna head up the walking trail now. It goes all the way up to the top. Rising from the desert plains of southern Namibia is Brukkaros, one of Africa's most unusual geological formations. Around 80 million years ago, molten magma began rising towards the Earth's surface beneath this region. As the magma moved upward, it encountered underground water trapped within layers of rock. The intense heat instantly converted the water into steam, creating enormous pressure below the surface. Eventually, that pressure became too great to contain. A powerful steam-driven explosion blasted through the overlying rock, ejecting vast amounts of material into the atmosphere. The eruption left behind a large circular crater surrounded by uplifted ring-shaped mountains. Over millions of years, erosion sculpted the landscape into the remarkable structure we see today. Hier sulke krake.
Explosive of iets hier ingesit.
Ja, ek dink hier is 'n paadjie nie. Kyk gou of jy 'n shady spot check kan ons gou 'n breakie chow. Just gotta be careful for snakes because we did pick up a rock yesterday and there was a small snake underneath. It looked like a small puff adder. Looks like these were definitely hammered in here. That might have been how they got the explosives in on those trails. It's evolution, baby.
That's weird.
That is weird. There's a little cave.
Of daar's 'n Bobbejaanspoor.
Jacob Lewis leading the way.
Trained by Jaapie Bosch.
Nice. Right, so the actual hiking trail goes up there to a viewing point. It's an old observatory, but we're going to follow this main river stream down just to see if there's anything interesting. We see a lot of footprints.
Wat is hierdie? Nee, dis nie 'n diamant nie.
You don't know.
Nou. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, tracker Lewis, that must think. This is definitely something quite big. And they were never seen again. We're just about in the center of the caldera now. There's some interesting spots on Google Earth. Ek het iets gehoor. Ja. Ek glo nie hulle sal attack of iets nie, maar hy klink soos 'n groot ouetjie. Wat is die? 'n boom. Wow. What is this?
Weet jy maar, is 'n paadjie net hier. Daar's ook 'n droom.
Dis baie oud.
Kyk hierso. Dit is 'n tipe van 'n strap op 'n ding.
Hierdie goed is al lankie, ja.
Ek kan seker kry. Ja, dit is baie.
Hier is interesting. It's been dug open. We've got this rock perimeter all around us. So obviously this was a bit of a base. Our investigative instinct soon took over. I don't know what the reason is, but there must be a reason for this spot here. I think they wanted to try and keep water in. If I had a shovel, I would have dug a hole, see if there's anything in here. Yeah, it's gonna keep us busy all day, eh? Drags the mind, and there's not a lot of research. All that we could find is that the Germans were mining this spot before World War I, and they actually closed off wherever they were mining in these mountains with concrete when World War I kicked off. No idea what they mined here. Yeah, definitely looks to be of some value if they would go through the effort in setting up camp here and staying here for a long time.
I've got no idea what this is, maar daar staan op Python.
Daai lyk of hy versteller is vir ietsie. Shiny rocks started appearing all around us.
Is daai
Yes, bro, dit lyk so. Dit lyk regtig so. Dit lyk nie soos 'n kristal nie. Imagine it is.
as dit is ons kat uit.
It's easy to admit that we experienced a case of diamond fever. We've just looped around this entire caldera. Now we're going to try and make it up to the top of the mountain. My knee is giving some hassles, but we'll regret it if we don't go up. Yeah, daar's 'n klomp van hulle. It's a bit confusing, but we're gonna go with right. Can't see a trail. Can't see a trail over on that side either. Looks like a man-made water reservoir. So we are heading back because it looks like there's a definite trail going up to the top of the mountain there.
Don't listen to everyone and I overlanded.
And some oak commented that it is an easy walk. It's not. It's very rocky, hot. Probably wiser to go down anyway because my knee is just killing at the moment. Going down seems to be worse. So we're gonna miss out on that viewpoint up there. I'm sure it's amazing.
No, bro, that's not a diamond.
What do you mean? This is like the best one we found today.
No.
A very interesting spot. Lots to explore. We went up to the dry waterfall, then straight into the caldera. Before you go rushing off to fill your pockets with shiny rocks, the rocks turned out to be quartz, which is one of the most prominent minerals found at Brukkaros Mountain. We got 2 nights in here. Feel relaxed to head on to Mariental and get stem cell donor recruitment going again. We have one opportunity that we know of at the local spa. We're gonna hit the 4x4 track down. We also had 2 buckies coming up here last night. They were unsure of staying over, but motivated them, and when they came down this morning they said they had the best night's sleep. Beautiful stars. Yeah, we're still gonna up our photography skills to get the stars going and share it with you guys. The best is to come out, camp and check it out for yourself. There's that small town right in front here. It's called Berseba, and we think it's going to be interesting just to drive through and check it out. We're not going to make a stop and then head to Mariental, but it is interesting how people can live so far away from anything else. Very nice people. This guy just stopped to make sure that we are right. I was just busy with this and I suddenly noticed these guys staring at me. They weren't here a couple of minutes ago.
Driving outside an urban area on a public road
Yeah.
without your headlamp switched on.
I forgot about that, man.
Let me have your driver's license.
Yeah, sure.
Step out of the motor vehicle.
Yeah, sure, man. Nice hierdie uit sommer.
Hulle afgetrek vir hulle.
Ja. So we couldn't get hold of our contact to pull in and sleep tonight in Mariental, which is fine. Also went to check out some of the campsites and got some prices. Unfortunately, they're slightly above our budget, and if we have to spend a week, it's going to work out more than 2,500 rand. So we're going to see where we can sleep free as much as possible. And we found the first night is at this truck stop, which is a pretty decent spot. Apparently it gets busy around 7 o'clock at night, but it's a free spot. The guys from the filling station here said that they'll keep an eye out for us. We did notice there are a lot of homeless kids, which we try and help as much as we can by giving out food. Never a good idea to give out cash because you don't know what they'll be spending it on, but everybody needs to eat, right? We are trying a new method because we usually get stormed as soon as we roll into town or stop anywhere with Betsy, because people automatically assume that we are very wealthy. So trying a new method in purchasing some food, some breads, maybe some maize meal, and handing it out on the first day that we get into town when all of them see us, and then asking them to please give us a bit of privacy, and then just letting them know that we'll help on the first night, on the first time that we see them, but unfortunately for the rest of our stay here we won't be able to do so, and hopefully that'll help in us not getting hassled as much. It's not a problem if somebody asks for food, it's just a bit overwhelming if the whole street runs to us for money or food. Things in Mariental are on the go. We contacted the Cancer Association of Namibia, who's helping us do some media releases and getting the word out that we are in town. Also going to be heading to the spa. Dan, the owner of the spa there, is going to give us an opportunity to do a stem cell donor recruitment drive at that spot, so we can invite the local community to come out, and then we'll see if there's any other opportunities. We don't know a single soul, so it's back to square one in each town we get to. But I do see there's some car dealerships around, like the Nissan dealership over on that side. There's also a Toyota dealership that looks quite large, but only time will tell. It's a Friday morning today, so we haven't even started up yet, and we got a message from one of the community members, Alma Koor, who's offered us free accommodation in their yard. She is, I think, one of the cancer volunteers for the Cancer Association of Namibia. Apparently they've got a trucking company, so they've got a bunch of trucks in their yard. We just stopped at Alma and Corey at the truck yard. They do truck repairs, they've got their own logistical company, and it's a perfect spot for us to spend the next couple of days. Also invited us for supper. We've got a couple of interviews coming up in the next hour or two. RSG from South Africa, a radio station. And as soon as we stopped here, we needed some propane. They quickly grabbed the bottle, put it in the car, drove off and filled it up for us. Awesome start to this little town of Mariental. The reason for their involvement with the Cancer Association of Namibia quickly became apparent. Their son Marcus had a large brain tumor. Coincidentally, almost a year later, on the day that I was editing this video together, Marcus got to ring the bell. It usually takes a couple of attempts to get business groups to take an interest and letting us present the talk to sign up some donors. And the Nissan dealership gave us an opportunity to quickly speak to all of their employees after closing hours, so just after 5. We always say that signing up one person during a recruitment drive is a huge success. We've got Bradley signing up today for us. The rest of the Oaks were wanting to get to their weekend and go and braai, but we did invite them over. 3 of them stepped up saying that they will come out to our recruitment at the spa over the weekend. So we'll have to wait and see. Thank you to the Nissan dealership for allowing us the opportunity on our first day in Mariental. Apparently Corey and them had a busy evening. They went to salvage this truck. There's a whole other section in the back there. And they picked it up all with this crane. But he said he had a big struggle because this is supposed to pick up 4 tons and it only picks up 2. You can salvage a lot of what is here, which you just taught me more about now. Very interesting. You learn as you go. While Yolandi is back at the truck, and she sent me out to go with the Mariental family to the Kerk Bazaar, which is a local communal function where they sell homemade goods.
Plaasvlees, vars plaasvlees. Het is hier ook gemaakt in de ijskast.
Als je niet weet wat om te maken krijg je honderd
Maar jij niet?
Our spot on a Sunday in Mariental. It's right next to the door, so nobody can miss it. Betsy's also standing out loud and proud. And we did send out a bunch of notifications on social media. But it is a small town, so we don't have big expectations. Keetmanshoop surprised us, so hopefully Mariental will do the same. Good start to the day as we've just finished setting up and we've already got our first 2 donors. the success of this drive to Abram Kasonde, who also volunteered to sign up future donors in Mariental. So when we entered Namibia, we got cleared for 60 days. I believe that South Africans have 90 days in Namibia, but they noted 60 days. So we just want to go and make sure, because we are running way behind. Namibia's been keeping us busy, and I think we're going to need at least another 3 months here. We do only have 90 days in the country of South Africa, so we'll have to write a motivational letter and ask the Cancer Association of Namibia to support us by putting through a motivational, and then hopefully we can get another 90 days. But we're going to send in our passports from Mariental and hopefully pick them up in Windhoek if it's approved. When we were in Keetmanshoop, Chris and Betsy, their family and friends organised about 300 litres of used cooking oil for us. And Nicky, he's got a transport business, delivered some millies to Chris and Betsy at the mall. And we had lots of oil left over there, and he took it back to Mariental for us. So we're on our way now to go and pump it up. If there's any left over, he's also offered to take it through to Windhoek. Yeah, Yolandi's busy making a breakfast. Tomorrow we've got a live TV interview with Keetmanshoop on the Grootton bait. We got about 140 litres here, and that'll take us to Windhoek. This oil all came from Keetmanshoop. We're heading off tomorrow to Windhoek, the urban camp in Windhoek. Just sent me a mail now saying that they're going to give us a whole week free. So that's awesome for setting up recruitment and trying to get in contact with the media, so newspapers and all that. It's about 260 kilometers, so it's going to take us a while to get there, 60 kilometers per hour. On the next episode, we make it to the capital, Windhoek. We pull in at urban camp and check out the city's attractions. We hook up with the Cancer Association, chat to the media,
a massive truck by the name of Betsy,
find some alternative fuel, and count our kits. For the first time, Betsy blends. The Namibian Oncology Centre invites us around, and we do our best to keep recruiting in the country. Unfortunately, we get kicked out, make a run for it, and then try to make the border before midnight. Sending out a big thank you to our Patreon members. We'd also like to welcome our newest official partners, Charles and Lydia de Villiers.